Hey everybody, today we are in my comic store to feed Pochi, which is not a normal occurrence, but I wanted people to see what was going on in the store if they haven't headed over to my other channel, which is Fantastic Comics on YouTube. We also have a Twitter account. There's boxes you never see. And here's my comic books that I put out on a weekly/monthly basis. Those are new books. And over here are highlighted books. You might hear Pochi tapping on our wood floor. There he is. So give me a few minutes. We are going to put some food that Pochi hasn't eaten before in a dish, and hopefully his surroundings won't screw him up too much. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, normally you'd see a dirty bowl right here, but you don't. It's all theoretically clean. There's Pochi walking around the store. You know, another shot of the store. Here are the comics that... This is where they live after a few weeks. If I have consecutive issues, I like to put them up. The staff doesn't always get that. Anyway, what are we feeding Pochi today? We are going Blue Buffalo again. It looks like another pate. This is the Wilderness Tray Trails Turkey Grill. Oh, that sounds good. So give me a few minutes. Pochi's already been walked, and he's pretty hungry, so... We don't usually do this in the morning, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, be back in a sec. Alright, so I think this is going to be a fast one. Oh, there's Pochi eating. Or at least looking to eat. Oh, what a cute dog. Anyway, this one's going to be a pretty quick one. I don't really have a comic book to review, but I'm going to talk about the comic book industry for a second while we watch Pochi eat. The industry recently, there has been a bunch of cancellations of comic books. Let's see. Yeah, Marvel is one from Marvel. There's Pochi with his hop. It's hard to remember. Generation X is getting canceled. That's an X-Men tie-in. Hawkeye, which features Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. She's getting canceled. Over on the DC side, Cyborg's getting canceled, and I think Superwoman is technically not canceled. It's just running its course. Oh, Pochi likes this. So there's a lot of people that are looking at, these comics that are getting canceled, and they're saying, this lack of diversity. All the Chads have won out. All the Beckys have won out. All white people that don't want to see black people in comic books have won. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, there's always been black characters and gay characters in comics. It's just they haven't, really been in their own solo titles. Oh yeah, Iceman got canceled from Marvel. And, it is a thing. But at the same time, there weren't a lot of people purchasing the comics, at least nationwide. In my store, we can sell America. We can sell a book like Hawkeye. They aren't great numbers. They aren't our greatest numbers in the store, but they definitely move, and we don't have a ton of them when it comes to time to off-rack them. So maybe our store is a smaller bubble microcosm of the people that actually want to purchase these books. They're just not out there nationwide. There is a possibility that Marvel just does a really, really stinky job promoting their books also. So, really, the responsibility of these books being canceled is really on the buyer. Which, the diversity in comics, the Marvel's most recent plan to make more, different characters. Is that all you're going to eat, Pochi? It didn't go so well. But let's not forget that the comic books that they were replacing weren't really doing all that great either. I mean, they were doing slightly better. What you doing, Poach? This is the back of our store. That's not his toy. Oh, he has such a hard time on wood floors. Where are you going? Anyway, I'm going to cut this short since he cut his breakfast short. He did eat it, so that's a good thing. Buy comic books if you like them. The responsibility is on the reader, on the buyer. Don't just settle for downloading free books. Don't just settle for, these comics will be around. I am a Keith Giffen fan, and I can't tell you how many frickin' times a comic of his has been canceled before the 6th issue. I mean, we should never be deprived of a Keith Giffen comic book, and yet constantly we have been in the past. So, take heart, don't fret. Your comic characters are still around. They'll have another chance in another way. It just might be a little while. Call this the introductory phase of them, and they'll be back. At least to die in the updated issue of a comic book that they used to be in. Like when Nomad got killed off in Captain America. I mean, seriously, who cares about Nomad? Anyway, I want to let everybody I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm sure we're going to get some videos out still. I have a couple reviews and or rereads and some reviews of some food that Pochi is looking forward to checking out. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed this or any of my other videos, and hit the notifications because who knows when I'm going to do something silly like this. Take it easy.